Sometimes I sit and I stare at the rain. Isn't rain filled with sorrow? Wonder if I'll see my home again. Will it be dry tomorrow? Time passes softly and I'm a day older, but still I'm living days gone by. Ashes to ashes, the rain is turning colder. Finding tomorrow, the ashes, the rain, and I.
Are you the one trying to make their way to Satan? Are you too scared to respond, Fallen? Welcome to Heresy. the sixth circle. My name is Dorian, and I am this circle's keeper. Might I know your name, Orland? That is a beautiful name. Of course. What reason would I have to lie to you? I've also taken the blasphemers and the liars under my wing. Does it bother you? You have been acquainted with my friends in limbo, lust, gluttony, greed, and wrath. Of course, the deeper you go, the more horrifying it may appear to be. But it is not as bad as you may have been led to believe, truly. Everyone has treated you well so far, correct? It is. Worried about what they will do to you? Of course not. They can't do anything to you here. You're curious. I like that. Have you ever read the works of Dante Alighieri? His poetry is a wonderful fan fiction. He wrote something about the heretics who come to my circle, that they would be burning for eternity in tombs. That's not the whole truth. Not anymore, at least. I did not like their agony or their screams as they burned, even when I removed their throats. Instead, I burn what I need out of them to add to my archives in the library. Their lies, their false teachings, whatever I do not already know. And then I leave their souls to wander until they die from a lack of purpose. Indeed, among other things, because why not? Or perhaps it's because I like to collect pretty things. But enough of all that. Ash. For the first few minutes, the fall is not bad, but it can become worse than a raging blizzard. We should hurry back to the library. I'll return later to observe the fires. Here. The umbrella will shield you from the storm until we get you to shelter. Good choice. It shouldn't be a long journey. Don't let go. That is correct. You might call it blasphemous, and I suppose it is. In truth, I've always enjoyed Catholic aesthetics, whether it be in their art or their architecture, though I can't say I love what they have to say. That's right. People don't like for their opinions to be changed. But some of us are masters of the silver tongue. Some may be easily swayed because they have no opinions of their own. And once they gain this opinion, it's permanent. Others may be as vampires who are weak to the silver and they turn away. And these rooms become echo chambers. It's why I've read the scripture and holy books from every religion ever uttered, and yet none stick with me. But I can appreciate the aspects of most of them. Does that make any sense? Now, shall we go in? You won't be able to go out until the storm passes. It will obscure where the elevator is. Hard to see, hard to navigate. And it could bury you. It's best to wait it out. I don't know. But you're not in a hurry, right? A few hours or even days is nothing when compared to the rest of eternity. Are you cold? I can make you tea and you can tell me your tale. Perhaps I shall give you a tour. Very well. You'd best hurry along then. You might wander off and get lost. There are countless things in my library of lies that would draw even the purest of souls in. You won't. But the halls of the library can get cold. It helps to preserve some objects. I just don't want you to freeze before you reach the 9th circle. No matter how you may preach about sin, shiny objects tempt you, This is one of my many studies. I never get to use them, only for the sparse company. From here, distant fires and mist. Feel free to sit while I make tea. Do you have a preference on flavors? I prefer a floral blend myself, but I'll do anything for you. As long as I have it, of course. Splendid. You could move those to the side, you know. I don't mind. I saw you read that. No, it's all right. I'm sure you're curious. A demon friend of mine. They're a painter. I've tried picking up the medium myself, but it just isn't my forte. I try to categorize the wings of my collection, sometimes by century, sometimes by region. And I like to decorate them. I keep more than just books. There are artifacts as well. I partake in a pen pal system throughout the circles and to other regions. Only human beings who believe what you believe are sent here once they succumb. There are other afterlives. And there are societies for the inhuman in between doors. I hope this is to your taste. It's blueberries, hibiscus, cherries, and some other fruits. I'm sure it'll pick you up in the darkness down here, at least. Anything for you. You are a guest in my home. If you need anything else, please let me know, okay? So, shall we start this over? I don't know, but they don't bother me. I let them fly about. Some of them nest on the spires. Blackbirds are my favorite animal. You have recently died, and you were sent to Limbo, the first circle. Now you seek to descend through each circle until you reach Satan at the 9th. You hope to state your case and be allowed into the heavens. Now, do you know why you were brought down to hell? So you intend to entreat with the devil without knowing what you may have done wrong? Really now? We should start from the beginning then, shouldn't we? Perhaps we can discover where your purported sin lies if we talk about you. When did you die? On the solemnity of Mary, Mother of God? That's unfortunate. And how did you die? Of course. Do you regret dying, Fallen? Is it? Fallen is a nickname that I give to those who come down here to beg forgiveness from the fallen angel himself. People who believe they have fallen from where they should be, fallen from the earth and down here instead. It's a coincidence. You don't have to believe me. I'm not expecting validation from you. You're in my domain, after all. Everything you're seeing in front of you could be a lie. Who knows? But it's no use dwelling on hypotheticals. We have more important things to discuss. Your locket. Let me see it. You know how people will keep the portraits and memories of their loved ones tucked in a locket close to their heart, so they do not forget what is most important to them? It's similar to that, only it's with your memories. It shall be easier to pass through if we can just... This one should work. I'm trying to find an empty page. There we are. We then close that, and now all we do is wait. It will write out your life story for me, all on one page. We need only give it a few minutes. Can I interest you in more tea? All right. Oh, apologies. I'm an open book. I can for short periods of time. I typically just visit other demons. A friend of mine runs an art gallery, another is a musician, and a good friend of mine runs a bar. I can travel there. My time spent must be shorter. And I must manifest as something else. Yes. It's ready. I think so. There is something overarching, but I can pull out a specific moment. Do you remember the church you volunteered to work with to help serve food to those who were underprivileged? Then he commanded the multitudes to sit down on the grass, and he took the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, and looking up to heaven, he blessed and broke and gave the loaves to the disciples. And the disciples gave to the multitudes. So they all ate and were filled, and they took up 12 baskets full of the fragments that remained. Now those who had eaten were about 5,000 men besides women and children. Matthew 14, verses 19 through 21. Really? There are many absurdities in the texts. Silly things, annoying things, things that don't make sense. It's like how we think of Greek and Roman mythology nowadays. Less so that it really happened, and as more of a fable. I think of Ambrose Bierce in a more modern context. So you take a lot of what's in your text as lessons, rather than fact. So do I. And therein lies your sin. You don't take it literally, and that's a heresy. It's unfair, isn't it? To be curious, to question what you're reading or what you're being told. To think some things are too big, too fantastic for the mediocre world you live in. And to be punished in the end for questioning someone. Lucifer fell because he questioned God. What's to say he isn't doing the same to you right now? Someone who has been a devout, loyal follower, despite never seeing his face. But why is that a bad thing? No one should expect someone as wonderful as you to be perfect all the time, because you're perfect in your own right. I have a question for you. Do you still want to go down? Do you still want to face Satan? He will reject you, you know. Even if he believes in you, you know what your Creator will say. He'll cast you right back down here. And it will have to be here. Do you truly wish to go through such effort, only to be humiliated and rejected? I'd hate to see that on you. I really would. But it's your own decision. If you stay here, I will take care of you. I will tell you everything you want to know. If you would continue down, I will ensure that the keepers of those circles treat you with kindness and lead you to Satan easily. Then, if you are rejected, I will welcome you upon your return with open arms. I don't think you'll make it to the paradise you desire, because in truth, it's not as fantastic as they make it up to be. But, as I said, it's your decision. If that's your choice, follow me. Yes, it has. Why I didn't say this earlier isn't for you to know. This will take you down to violence, the seventh circle. Just let them know I allowed you down. They'll know what to do. Good luck.